Backpocket presents Golden Nuggets. There are golden nuggets in every podcast we do. Here are our 3 golden nuggets. Enjoy. You're a landscaper, gardener in the water, and that's kind of how I looked at it.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, what we're trying to do versus scuba divers is we're going down there and we're selectively removing plants to enhance the swimming experience, as opposed to going down there and removing 100% of everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lake is a lake. We're not trying to change that, right? So if you're going down there and removing 100% of the habitat, now you're taking it away from it being a lake. So, and that's kind of an important thing. Mm-hmm. But when you're down there, life's a beach style, and you're doing some weed removal, you sink down to the bottom, you feel what's going on, you grasp that, you pull it out. It is a satisfactory moment. You don't necessarily need to pull too much because we're not trying to rip 100% of the vegetation down there, unless that is required, unless that is being asked, unless it is predominantly AIS down there, AIS being aquatic invasive species. But yeah, it's a good time.
How about, like, when you were first starting, were you at the head, like, on the front lines pulling weeds? Like, how long were you doing that for before you, like, took a step back and had other people pulling weeds for you? And before you got into the management position, I should say.
You know, the
years,
only thing that brought me into the management position, and I've been doing this for about 13 years, and the only thing that brought me into a management position is the fact that I've had some injuries that prevent me from doing laborious activities.
Really?
I mean, there is nothing better than starting your day, jumping into the lake, and pulling some weeds. It's liberating.
Love that.
It really is. It's I mean, it's almost like it just cleanses the body, you know, getting in there. So I was only able to perform some lake weed removal once this past year, but yeah, it was probably like 3 years ago where I had to transition out of actually doing the physical aspect of it. And it was really disappointing because I like to see immediate results. And that's another benefit about this business, is that you go into an issue, a home, a task, and you take care of it in less than an hour or 2 hours.
It's crazy. How when we arrive at a house and there's just 3 people going in there and you see all the, you're like, how the hell are us, myself and these 2 other guys, about to take all these weeds out? Whether it's on the beach or you walk out to the dock and you have to take a swim area. You had to go to Brazil and swim out to the swim platform.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how to do this. Like, I'm incapable. And then you spend an hour and you get it done.
And it's like, when you think about it, when you break it down, the other option to remove these weeds is to spend thousands of dollars to have somebody go into a laboratory, create some chemical, treat these weeds, and then disintegrate these weeds, and then a couple weeks later they're gone. Whereas you hire us, we go in there, and the problem's solved instantly. You know?
Yeah.
So when you look at, like, what we're able to do with what the other options are for lake weed management, it's I mean, it's uplifting to the mind based on how you can enhance an aquatic lifestyle or an aquatic ecosystem.
Average quality. This is the Backpocket, Whirl Your Wildly Average podcast, and we've put you on a pedestal, man. You know, you are legend. To a sense, but you deserve it. 13,
I don't know.
13
years. I
years,
appreciate
man.
that, but you know, I appreciate that.
We look at you as a legend, just as all those Minnetonka homeowners are like, "Where's Josh?" We're like, "This is Josh right here, baby."
Yeah, you damn right.
So, man, what is your average quality?
Wow, my average quality would be more or less organization. You know, I'm really good at accomplishing things. I'm really good at, you know, managing situations. But as far as, like, laying out a specific plan, sticking to the plan and executing it, that's just not me.
How's the moving process going without organization?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very good point. Yes, I am going through a moving process right now, and it is quite tough because I am a very organized, disorganized person. And it's kind of an oxymoron, but, you know, I know where things are at, but it's tough to just continue to follow through with those things. I had a sports psychology professor at the University of Minnesota that I really enjoyed, and he used this term, academic adrenaline junkie, and that's kind of what I feel as myself. You know, I'm not necessarily dealing with academics right now, but if you were to call, you know, life or a task, you know, like that is academic or a task, I am adrenaline junkie. I can't just take things efficiently and take care of them. I will wait to the last minute and execute, you know, properly, but I'll wait to the last minute. And that's probably my average quality, is that I can't stick to a schedule.
That's too awesome, man. I mean, I just heard Jordan Peterson, talk about like order and chaos and finding that balance. And I mean, that's kind of like exactly kind of that mindset of like the chaos is building, boom, 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 boom. I got to bring an order. Like I'll let it build, but I know when I need to jump upon this chaos. I don't need to deal with it right now, but I know it's important at some point. Give it a few more days, give it a few more hours. Boom, I'm going to attack it, and then you find the way to bring order to the chaos.
Yep, exactly.
So that's cool.
My average quality would be the fact that I am a below average scheduler.
Love it. Dude. That's just here's the thing though. I think Andrew's got a great point, man. You got to have that balance, and is like what is like the life of Josh, like a day in the life? Is it just putting out fires and you're attacking everything that comes your way like right at the beginning? Because you're obviously not like organized and knowing what's ahead of your day entirely. So you just get surprised all the time? Is that kind of how it goes?
Very good. That's a very good question. You know, honestly, I start my day the same way every single day. I'll wake up, pump like a couple of push-ups out just to get the blood flowing.
You just wake up and just start doing push-ups?
Literally get out of bed and pump some push-ups out.
You're kidding.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I get some coffee and I read the newspaper, the Star Tribune, every single day. Love it. It's what I do. And then sometimes it's a little longer, sometimes it's not a good paper, and I can just buzz through it. But then I'm set for the day. And then, it's almost like I'll put out a couple fires, and then I try to have a couple tasks that I take care of. Whether that's Life's a Beach related, back channel related, or even just for my personal self. I try to just hammer those out as early as possible so that, the day is building on what I was able to do.
What did you learn, Andrew?
This week I learned, so this is the true back end where I really lock in how a finisher would lock into the back end.
Okay. It's the 18th hole.
It's the 18th hole.
Right on. You got your master's hat on.
Exactly. We've done this for 73 podcasts with the back end. What did I learn this week? It goes back to where I am today, is working at United Healthcare again. And the art of right angles everywhere in an office room. Everything's a right angle. And dude, it's kind of sad. Like nature and everything outside of that building, there's no right angles. But in this building, everything's a right angle.
Everything's squared off, bro.
Everything's squared off. Everything's fine-tuned. Everything's processed. Everything is very regimented. It's cornered. It's been through the optimization of efficiency, right angled. It's kind of nutty, man.
We should, when we have an office, like a Backpocket office, everything's rounded corners.
Rounded everything, dude.
No such thing as a right angle.
Even tables, man.
Even tables.
Like this table, the C-clamps will continue to fail because no right angle.
Yeah, because there is no right angle here. That's hilarious.
That's what
good
I learned.
Way to be good sensory acuity there.
Thank you.
Just kind of recognizing that nature does not have a lot of right angles compared to the corporate life. So something to think about there.
There's a lot of underlying meaning to that.
Yeah.
That's for you marketing interns, our listeners. Again, our marketing interns are our listeners. I'm going to continue to repeat it so absolutely. Everyone knows for the end of time can interpret it any way they want.
Okay.
But Declan, what did you learn this week?
Dude, I learned that potluck dinners are the best kind of dinners in the world. You know why?
Why?
Because everyone is bringing something to the table, dude. When you go to a potluck dinner, You're bringing something that you whatever's best in your back pocket, whatever kind of recipe you can pull out of there to throw on that table for everyone to enjoy, you're going to do it.
You're trying to impress.
Absolutely. Then you got Jody. She's going to bring her bean dip. You got Kevin and his flame ribs. You got Joanne. She's got her homemade brownies. So damn good, right? Everyone's bringing something. The whole dinner is going to be great. And it all comes back to bringing value, dude. I love the potluck dinners because everybody's bringing value. Everybody's contributing to the pot. And it's just an absolute blast. So how do you do that? Like, how do you look into that mindset, I guess? And like I said, it's all about bringing value and always focusing on that. Not necessarily what that person is bringing to the dinner table, but what you're bringing to the table, right? Mm-hmm. And that is like the essence of networking and collaboration. Everything that I do nowadays, I just look to give as much as I can give to someone.
Dude, phenomenal.
That's
Potluck dinners.
Potluck dinners, man.
The ability to metaphorically put that into everything. Phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, Brandon Polizuk, Social Butterfly, he had alluded to potluck dinners on the Stationary Astronaut podcast. So it really sparked my interest there. So that's what I learned this week.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's Golden Nuggets. If you want to watch this version of Golden Nuggets, go onto YouTube and search the Backpocket Podcast. You'll go under that channel and you'll be able to find everything you need. If you want to read the Golden Nuggets, go to yourbackpockets.com. That's with an S, yourbackpockets.com. And go under the tab blog because that's where you'll be able to read it. If you want to interact with us, go on to social media, the Backpocket Podcast on Instagram or on Twitter, _the Backpocket. You know the drill. Interact with us. We love your interaction. Take care.